You're sitting on the couch, phone in your lap, screen lit up. The room feels heavy, like a door clicked shut. You don't remember the exact argument that started it. You only remember the silence that followed. It's not angry, it's hollow. And suddenly you feel completely alone beside someone you love. You start replaying every text, every sigh, every time you reached out and they pulled back. Why does this keep happening? Am I asking for too much? Do they still want me here? Am I the problem? The distance didn't happen because their love faded. It happened because your pursuit started feeling like pressure. You are not failing at this. This is not proof you chose the wrong person. Every anxious heart has stood exactly where you're standing right now. By the end of this video, you will know the exact emotional frequency avoidants are quietly waiting for once you finally stop chasing. Let's get into it. Most couples believe that when someone pulls away, it means they are indifferent, cold, or simply done with the relationship. But the real truth is that emotional withdrawal rarely means detachment. It means overload. Your partner's nervous system is reading your energy before their conscious mind can catch up. When safety leaves a relationship, the love doesn't disappear. It goes underground. What looks like stonewalling is usually someone who has been emotionally flooded for so long that silence becomes their only life raft. You keep leaning in to fix the gap. They keep leaning out to survive it. And the harder you push for certainty, the tighter their walls become. This isn't a personality flaw. It's a nervous system stuck in a threat loop. When you finally step back, you don't create abandonment. You create oxygen. And here's what changes everything. Beneath that protective shell is a quiet, unspoken longing for proof that closeness doesn't have to cost them their autonomy. Once your brain stops interpreting distance as rejection, you stop reacting to it. You start responding to it. And that shift rewires the entire dynamic between you. Here's the part no one talks about. First, space isn't a punishment. It's a bridge. Most couples interpret quiet periods as emotional abandonment, so they flood the channel with questions, calls, and reassurance requests. But an avoidant nervous system doesn't hear your pursuit as love. It hears it as a countdown timer. Their brain equates relentless closeness with losing their center. The real shift happens when you offer room without withdrawing your warmth. Disconnecting. Why are you so distant lately? Did I do something wrong? Just tell me how to fix this. Connecting. I'm giving you room to breathe tonight. I'm not going anywhere. Reach out when you feel settled. And when you do that, the walls between you start to come down without either of you having to say a word. This is where it gets really interesting. Second, they don't need you to fix it. They need you to hold it. Most people in relationships treat emotional distance like a broken appliance that needs immediate troubleshooting. But avoidance thrives on the quiet terror of being managed. When you rush to analyze their patterns, you accidentally confirm their deepest fear, that their internal world is too heavy for you to carry. Not louder conversations, not scheduled check-ins, not perfectly timed ultimatums, but two people who actually feel safe enough to just be messy for a moment. Your partner's nervous system calms when you prove you won't collapse under their silence. Disconnecting. We need to figure out this attachment cycle before it ruins us. Connecting. I notice we're both feeling heavy right now. No pressure to sort it tonight. I'll stay right here. That's the shift that turns a relationship that feels like a negotiation into one that feels like a refuge. And this is the one most couples never figure out. Third, autonomy and intimacy are not opposites. They're partners. Most couples believe that needing space and wanting closeness are mutually exclusive, so they force each other to pick a lane. But the avoidant brain doesn't crave isolation. It craves choice. Their emotional blueprint learned early that dependency equals danger. So when you remove the demand, you actually invite the return. What looks like coldness is usually a nervous system bracing for consumption. Your calm presence tells them they don't have to shrink to be loved. Disconnecting. If you really cared, you'd prioritize spending time with me. Connecting. I love your independence. I actually want to see how you recharge. Let's connect when you feel grounded. That's when your partner stops feeling like a problem to manage and starts feeling like a person to come home to. But here's what nobody explains. Fourth, your calm is their permission slip. Most couples mistake emotional regulation for suppression, so they either explode or go numb when triggered. But an avoidant partner doesn't need your logic in a conflict. They need your steady pulse. Their nervous system is scanning for escalation before it reads your words. When you drop your shoulders and lower your voice, you signal safety. You tell them it's okay to step closer. Her brain is quietly registering, he actually stayed without demanding I fix it right now. What's moving through her is relief. Disconnecting. You always shut down when things get real. I can't do this forever. Connecting. I'm feeling disconnected too. I don't need you to perform right now. I just want us in the same room. And when you practice this, your presence becomes the anchor they didn't know they were drifting toward. Here's the final shift. Fifth, they want the freedom to return, not a guarantee of it. Most couples believe security requires constant verbal reassurance, so they keep asking for promises, plans, and future commitments. But the avoidant heart doesn't bond through contracts. It bonds through consistent, low-pressure reality. They are terrified of disappointing you. So when you stop demanding certainty, you give them room to choose you on their own terms. That's not playing games. That's respecting human pacing. Something in him is quietly saying, she doesn't need me to be perfect. She just needs me to be honest. Your steady rhythm becomes the new baseline. Disconnecting. Where is this going? We need to define what we are right now. Connecting. I'm not trying to rush your timeline. I'm just building something real. However it unfolds, I'm choosing us today. And when you do that, your love stops feeling like a performance test and starts feeling like a shared home. This isn't a checklist of tactics. It's an invitation to become the kind of partner who leads with steadiness instead of urgency. When you internalize this, you stop reacting to silence and start holding space for return. Your nervous system settles. Their nervous system mirrors it. The drift stops because you finally became the ground they can land on. Real intimacy doesn't start when you find the right person. It starts when you decide to become one.